press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Okay, my dear students, in the previous discussion class of competitive questions, there is a formula that we have written directly. That we shall discuss in detail how we got that formula in detail. But that formula is very essential for the competitive papers. That is, elastic potential energy in a string, stretched string. That elastic potential energy stored in a stretched string can be shown is equal to, we denote with letter U. Throughout the physics we write with U, that is potential energy. Stored in a stretched string is given by the formula half into load, that is applied load into the extension, where delta L is called elongation or the stretch, or you can say extension. Due to stress, there is elongation, increase in the length of the wire, that we call as delta L. Force into delta L, where F is the load attached to the string, load added to string, which is always equal to the downward weight. Due to gravity, that weight always acts downward. So let us understand that formula, how this formula can be obtained. So let us take a support, fixed support at the top. You have a wire. Let us understand L is the total length of the wire, given wire. When the one end is fixed here, other end is free, and that is loaded with some weight which acts downward. Because of this loaded weight, what will happen? This length will extend. So because of weight added to one end of the string, let us write here only, it is stretched, say, to some new length. This is, say, weight, downward weight, mg, which always acts downward. From 0 to, let us say, before stretch, no extension it is, total length is L. When stretched by certain weight, this length gets extended. Let us say small l is the extension. In that formula itself, we can say delta, in this case, delta L is extension. Don't get confused. Let us write here L itself here, L. Small l. Capital L is total length. Small l is elongation. Now what happens here? When load is added, this wire gets stretched. A small amount of work is done. What happens here is, this is a pulling force, weight is a pulling force. Whereas the atoms and molecules of this material will make the body to restore. Means in order to restore its original position, this string will do some work against the extension. Here someone is pulling here. Someone is pulling the wire. What the molecules and atoms are they doing? They are interlocked. There is some intermolecular force of attraction. They restore. They try to make the material to restore its initial position within the elastic limit. And that small work done against the external pull. External pull is stored as this work done, small work done against the external pull is stored as energy, and that stored energy is always, my dear students, we call this as potential energy, and this is because of elastic property. We say it is elastic potential energy. Total work done, you can say. Total work done by whom? The string. By the string. For what purpose it has to do work? It has to do some work to get back its original shape against the external pull. And that stored energy is called elastic potential energy. I think you understood this. To solve this, to understand mathematically, this, let us say, extension, total extension is say 5 millimeter. Total extension is 5 millimeter. We divide that 5 millimeter into small length like 0, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, small increment. Then we will add them to get the total length, total extension. This 5 millimeter, assume that total extension. But we divide that 5 millimeter into small part, means small work done. Work done is given by the formula F dot S, dot product of two vectors. That is force into displacement into cos 0. Here force, applied force and the displacement are in the same direction. Hence applied force and the displacement are in the same direction. Hence we take cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So now this displacement is we have taken into a small extensions. Therefore I write this as F dot delta L. F delta L. I write this work, that force is, by the definition of Young's modulus of elasticity, Y is equal to stress divided by strain, small l by capital L. Small l is extension, capital L is total length. So we know this, F into L divided by A into small l. Now convert this F now, my dear students. From this formula, F is equal to, in this formula, F is equal to what it comes now? Y A into small l. Cross multiply ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, whole divided by L into delta L gives small work done in extending the wire from 0 to L. We want 0 to 5 millimeter. For a total extension, we go for method of integration for calculating the total value of a variable. I repeat, what is the variable here? L. Why? It is being changed from 0 to 5, means 0 to L. 0 to L. Total extension is what? L. Total extension is L. Initial is what? 0. In order to calculate the total value of the variable, we need the method of integration. So lower value is 0, upper value is L. Why we need integration? To determine the total change in the variable. So now, my dear students, after understanding this step, now here So this integration of dW is total work done. We write with the W, which is stored as potential energy, is equal to, in this formula, YAL, capital Y, AL are constant, small l is variable, L to the power of 1, integration of L to the power of 1, that is L square by 2. Integration of x to the power of n with respect to x is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1, formula, mathematical formula. Integration of L to the power of n with respect to L, it is given by the formula L to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here L to the power of 1 with respect to delta L, L power 1, L power 2 divided by 2, that is written. Here this formula tells you that the total energy stored in a string against this external pull, and that is stored, that stored energy is called elastic potential energy. I think you understood that formula. 2-3 steps, my dear students. Work done is stored as potential energy. Hence, we need some mathematical calculations. For board exam, we do not ask. But in the competitive papers, we definitely ask such problems based on this elastic potential energy. Whenever you have some wire or string, tanti, stretch ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ವೈರಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಂಥ ಎನರ್ಜಿ? Elastic potential energy stored in a stretched string. ಅದನ್ನು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Let us arrange this formula. My dear students, I write like this. Arrangement here. Y 1 by 2, then Y is sigma divided by epsilon. Young's modulus of elasticity is sigma divided by epsilon, that is stress by strain. Stress divided by strain. 1 by 2, Y is sigma by epsilon. In this formula, I write A into capital L, small l divided by capital L whole square. I have multiply and divide by L. Multiply and divide by L. One extra. L into L, L square. Once again, I will explain this. Before writing this, F divided by A, L, capital L, small l into capital L. Stress by this, small l by capital L. Once again. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ. Stress by strain. F into L divided by A into small l. That is Y. So, copy this. In this formula, rearrange Y A small l Y into AL divided by L into what is left here, L by 2. What this represents? Force. So first formula is, you must remember as 1 by 2 into force into small l. This formula you must remember, as I have written in the earlier class. Before starting the class, I have written that elastic potential energy is given by the formula half into F into L. After learning these steps, understanding the concept, in the competitive sessions, we have written the formula directly. I have not explained that. So to explain that, you see, this much of time is needed. There is a waste of time. So I have used a direct formula. So therefore, now onwards, after learning this, my dear students, what you should take is the stored energy. Stored energy in a stretched wire is given by the formula half into force into elongation or extension, that is UP is equal to half into F into L. This is the first formula which is expressed in terms of joules. Energy is expressed in terms of joules. The same formula is rearranged, my dear students, or we write like this. Of what is F here? We substituted some value here, that is this one, or I write this Y A L by L into L by 2. The same formula I have written here. So I am arranging the terms here, that is half into, in this formula, Y A into capital L divided by L square. Why? Multiply and divide by L. Multiply and divide by L, I get L here. L. So what is left here? L into L. L square, small L square. Multiply and divide by L ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಸರ್? ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. Potential energy is given by, in this formula, half into, here in this formula I just take out A into L. A into L ಈ ಕಡೆ ತರ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. That is equal to, what is left now? Y of Y small l by capital L whole square. Small l by capital L whole square. That equals to of what is Y? Sigma by epsilon, stress by strain, into small l by capital L. Small l by capital L is what? X, that is fractional change in the length, that is strain, that is sigma whole square. Now tell me what cancels here? 1 sigma cancels. So what is your answer? So after learning this, yes, you have to practice during these times only, because it is a beginning class. We are very slow. I explained in very slow method. You should not get confused. If you get confused, definitely problems will be spoiled based on this formula. So therefore, final formula, sir, what we have to remember after learning this? Here potential energy formula is half into F into L. What F represents? Force, that is load added to the string, lower end of the string. L is small l. Small l is extension. Capital L is total length. So after learning this, potential energy divided by. Now see here, area into length. This is very important. What is the SI unit of area? Meter square. SI unit of area is meter square. SI unit of length is meter. Meter square into meter is what? Meter cube. So what is the physical quantity whose SI unit is meter cube? Definitely it is volume. Volume of the wire. How do you calculate the volume of the wire? Area of cross section of the wire, that is pi r square, into L. What A represents? Area of cross section of the given material wire multiplied by length gives what? Volume of the given wire. So therefore, from this, what we can understand is, my dear students, energy divided by volume of the wire. Energy divided by volume. So what do you get? What is the formula you get? Half into sigma epsilon. Half into sigma into epsilon. Be careful. How we got, I explained. So finally, we are memorizing the formula. So that is of sigma into epsilon, means stress into strain. Stress into strain. In the first formula, often force into extension. So last, this energy by volume is always known as energy density. So what is the meaning of energy density? Energy stored per unit volume. So that is given by the formula of sigma epsilon. Energy density means energy by volume. Therefore, my dear students, energy is joule. SI unit is joule. Divided by volume. Divided by volume means what? Meter cube. Therefore, joule per meter cube. First, it is expressed in terms of joules. So, with this, my dear students, you should be very careful in writing these two formula. My request is, once you study this and don't by heart these steps, understand the concepts, but at the entrance paper, competitive paper, we request you that recall these two formula frequently. Helps a lot. And in a short manner, I will explain you how to write the dimensional formula. They will ask dimensional formula. This is what we have not discussed in my previous classes. Let us understand what this meaning is. Now I will explain briefly. You must memorize those 4 to 5 formula is enough. 4 to 5. Ashtasak sir, using those basic 4 to 5 formulas, you can apply those formulas on this. What are they? So before starting this, we have some standard, we call them as fundamental quantities. They are mass, length, time, current, luminous intensity, amount of substance, and temperature. I write once again. There are 7 fundamental quantities: mass, length, time, electric current, temperature, amount of substance. In next coming classes, I need, my dear student, that is why I am recalling you, amount of substance and luminous intensity. There are 7 fundamental basic quantities, and all other excluding except this, whatever, and one more, supplementary angles, we call them as plane angles, which are measured in terms of radian, and solid angles, we measure that in terms of steradian. So along with these 7, two more extra quantities, that is for measuring plane angle and solid angle, we call them as supplementary units. Supplementary quantities. What are they? Plane angle and solid angle respective SI unit. They are SI unit. Throughout the world, we must follow these as fundamental, 7 fundamental, along with that 2 supplementary quantities. In physics, we write some powers. Say for example, power is 0. 0th power of mass, m raised to 0, means 0 in mass. And within square bracket, we call that as 0 is called dimensions of mass, means 0 in mass. Like that, m power 0 means nothing exists, means any number to the power of 0 is 1. Power to which need not be 0, my dear students. Here mass exists means I say 1 in mass. Here L exists, 1 in mass. I mean to say powers by which the base quantities are raised. ಎಮ್ಮದ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ T ಪವರ್ 1, ಕರೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಎ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಕಣಪ್ಪ, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್, they take the SI in it, amount of substance ಗೆ mole, amount of substance is mole, MOL, you should write within square bracket. luminous intensity ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲಾ ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ರೇಡಿಯನ್ RAD ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೆರಿಡಿಯನ್ಗೆ SR ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಈಗ ಇದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, there is some rules. So after learning this, means powers by which the base quantities are raised is known as dimensions, and the relation between a physical quantity and the powers of base quantity. ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ. Powers by which the base quantities are raised are called dimensions. The relation, or you say equation. Before saying equation, say relation between a physical quantity and the powers by which base quantities are raised. We call that as dimensional equation, dimensional formula. You can copy that, my dear students. Dimensional formula. It is the relation by which a physical quantity is expressed as powers of fundamental quantities. A relation between a physical quantity and the powers by which base quantity or fundamental quantities are raised is called dimensional equation. So my dear student, with this, let us try 5, at least 5 you must remember. It will help a lot. Example, very best example. Say area, wherever you get area, meter into meter, you will get SI unit meter into meter. What is it meter here? SI unit of length, that is, you will write L into L. So that is, we write L square. So we write like this. This is what? A physical quantity which can be measured. If I write square bracket, you must call this as dimensions of area. Dimensional formula for area is L power 2. That's it. Volume. How do you write volume? Meter, meter, meter. Length into breadth into height. Length is meter. Breadth is meter, means length. Height is also meter, means length, length, length. So we write L cube. Like that. Very first and important is you must say velocity. You must know the basic formula. Now you tell me this velocity does not comes under 7 fundamental. 7 plus adondu 2 supplementary bit bere ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಅವೆಲ್ಲವಕ್ಕೂ derived quantity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, which can be derived from the fundamental. We have 7 fundamental quantities and 2 supplementaries. Confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, confuse ಅದು ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. ಆ 7 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ ನಿನಗೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ divided by time taken. Displacement is what? Meter is what? Length. Divided by what? Time. So this physical quantity is written as fundamental. ಅಂತದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರಪ್ಪ? ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So now we need a dimensional formula here, my dear students. I told at the beginning, at least 4 to 5 you have to remember. So now onwards, if anybody comes you, they ask you, write the dimensional formula for velocity. You should write the square bracket. Here not necessary. We are writing the formula, my dear students. Formula. We should know the formula first. Without knowing this formula, you cannot write the dimensions. I cannot write the dimensions. No one can write the dimensions. They must know the formula. So velocity. Now, length is denoted by L power 1. L divided by T. T, take the numerator, L T power minus 1. So this relation, I told, dimensional formula or equation. And ಏನಪ್ಪ? Relation between a physical quantity and the powers to which or powers by which base quantities are raised is known as dimensional formula. I told my dear students, remember at least 5. First one is velocity. Then extra ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. First one is velocity. ಯಾವಾಗ velocity ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ L power 1 T power minus 1. ಇದು ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಭಾಳ ಈಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. L power 1 meter power 1, leave it. T power 1 meter per second. SI unit is meter per second. First one. My dear students, we need to write the dimensional formula for energy density. So for next coming classes, I do not explain all these things. You must start from, if I say velocity, L power 1, T power minus 1. Next, known formulas. Second one is acceleration. You must know the formula. Acceleration is what? Rate of change of velocity. That is change in velocity. Divided by what? Time. I need to write the dimensional formula for acceleration. Now if anybody asks this, what is this? You must say dimensional equation, dimensional formula for acceleration is, see here, how it becomes easy now. Change in velocity, that is L divided by time, L by T, whole divided by T. Change in velocity, L by T whole divided by T. ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿ ಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಹೊಡೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಟಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್? L power 1 T power minus 2. L power 1 T power minus 1 is velocity, ಆದರೆ L power 1 T power minus 2 is acceleration. If a new student is taking this class, he or she should not feel that what this is. That's what briefly I am explaining for you. Very essential, my dear students. So now tell me, what is the dimensional formula for velocity? L power 1 t power minus 1. What is the SI unit? Meter per second. Give me the dimensional formula for acceleration. L power 1 t power minus 2. So after learning this acceleration, you know force. Basic, you must know the formula. Mass into acceleration. ACCELE. Force, I need a dimension. If I write like this, you must say force, dimensional formula for force. Now can you pick up your speed? So what is this? Mass, m power 1. What is this acceleration? L power 1, t power minus 2. I told my dear students, only 5. Among 5, 3 is over. Velocity is over, acceleration is over, force is over. Third one is what? Energy. Or we say it is capacity of doing work. Capacity of doing work is called energy. And the formula for energy or work is what? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. Let us write vectors here. F dot S. Force. What is the dimensional formula for force? M power 1, L power 1, T power minus 2 into. Displacement is what? Distance. That is L. So into L. So L power 1, L power 1. What is your answer now? M power 1, L power 2, T power minus 2. Are you? So can you recall once again? Velocity is a derived quantity because it is expressed as fundamental quantities like distance by time, length by time. Dimensional formula for velocity, L power 1, T power minus 1. Acceleration, L power 1, T power minus 2. Force, mass into acceleration, multiply this with M, M power 1, L power 1, T power minus 2. Work or energy, which is nothing but force into displacement. For this force multiplied with what? Distance, L power 1 becomes what? L power 2, M power 1, L power 2, T power minus 2. I think this 4 is enough, my dear students, not 5. With this 4-dimensional formulas, so once again I help you. If anybody asks this, dimensional formula velocity is, ಏನು ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇದು ಪಕ್ಕ ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಹೌದು, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. L power 1, T power minus 2. ಇದಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಫೋರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಕೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್, M power 1, L power 1, T power minus 2. ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಪ್ಪ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಿ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಟಿಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಲೈಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, any type of energy, kinetic energy, mechanical energy, heat, wherever you get heat or energy or say work, so you must write force into displacement, therefore M power 1, L power 2, T power minus 2. Along with those things I told area, that is length into length, L square, then volume. So I think these are enough, my dear students, for writing dimensional formula of any physical quantity now onwards. I think you understood. If I am fast, you take a pause in the video and again recall. But is these 5 efficient to you? You must be efficient in understanding this. I think you are good. You have good efficiency in storing these things. So then it is sufficient. If you are efficient to learn this, if you have a good efficiency in storing this, I say this is enough. Ishta saku sir? No. For writing any dimensional formula, you need some formulas. For example, I told, they ask, write the dimensional formula for energy density. Now you see, let us study these things now. Start. After learning this, I need energy density. Not only energy now. First, my request is, once you get the physical quantity that is measurable, try to get the formula for that. What is energy density? Okay, half into sigma into epsilon is the formula. But what is the definition here? Energy divided by volume. That is enough. Energy by volume. What is the dimensional formula for energy? That is m1 L power 2 T power minus 2. Now onwards you must recall this. Energy m power 1 L power 2 T power minus 2. Whole divided by volume, as just we told. Length into breadth into height, L into L into L. So therefore, we will get the formula m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. M power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Are you getting interest, my dear students? This type, in competitive paper, you will get. Not this type of concept. Definitely you will get this type of analysis. After learning this, you may get, for example, you may get momentum, but not required here, but you can say momentum. What is the momentum formula? Mass into velocity. Mass, capital M. You should write with capital letters. Momentum, mass into velocity. Velocity means what? L power 1 T power minus 2. For this, m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Okay, I think understood. Let us learn some more dimensional formulas that we have left in our chapter. Now let us understand this here. Say, we have written stress denoted by letter sigma. Shall we write the dimensional formula for stress now? Yes. You should know the formula. Stress formula is force by area. Force divided by area. First, let us write the formula. Once you write the formula, it is very essential. Formula is very essential. Then you can write easily m power 1. Nodi, ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? m power 1, L power 1, T power mass into acceleration. ಅವು ನಾಲ್ಕಂತ ರೀಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಬಂತು, L ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು? ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ರೈಟ್ ದ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. m ಪವರ್ 1, L ಪವರ್ minus 1, T ಪವರ್ minus 2. Force by area, wherever you got force by area, that is, or we say pressure, or we say Young's modulus of elasticity, or say bulk modulus of elasticity, or one more, rigidity modulus of elasticity, that is modulus of elasticity. What are they? Stress by strain. Stress divided by strain. Strain has no unit, no dimensional formula. Let us discuss that. Before going to that, ಎಲ್ಲವಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಲಾಸ್ಟಿಸಿಟಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ dimensional formula is force by area, that is m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. My dear students, whether they ask stress, pressure, or they ask Young's modulus of elasticity, bulk modulus of elasticity, or rigidity modulus of elasticity, the formula, dimensional formula is m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Okay, now here somebody may expect this also. Sir, here energy is written force into displacement. Energy dimensional formula is what? m1 L power 2 T power minus 2. This one. In the RHS also we should get the same formula, and while writing the dimensional formula, remember constant like 1 by 2. Don't get confused. There are some dimensional constants. Dimensional constants are, for example, G 9.8 meter per second square. Planck's constant 6.625, 10 power minus 34 joule into second. They have constant values, but still they have dimensions. We call them as dimensional constants. Dimensional constants. Many you will get. Charge of an electron. Charge of an electron. You will get 1.6, 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. They have SI unit as well as the constant value as well as dimensions. Such physical quantities are called dimensional constant. But there are some constant like 1 by 2 E. 1 by 2 means any number you can say, 5 to the power of 10, 2 to the power of say 500. These constants do not have any dimensions, they do not have any SI unit. Like that, half is dimensionless, it has no dimensions. Now come to this force, m power 1, L power minus 2, length L. So what is the formula now? Can you observe this? These two are same. I think you understood. Last, we told strain. Strain is what? Fractional change in length to the original length. Or we write delta, confuse delta L extension, small l total length ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೂ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಲ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಸರ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀಯಾ? ಎಲ್ ಬರೀತೀಯ. ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಲ್ ಬರೀತೀಯ. ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀಯಾ? ಎಲ್ ಬರೀತೀಯ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. ಅದು SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಬರೀತೀಯ. ಮೀಟರ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಈಸ್ dimensionless and unitless. It has no unit, no dimension. Okay, with this let us have a last discussion. What we left in the previous is shear modulus, or we say rigidity modulus of elasticity, which is denoted by letter G or N. Shear modulus of elasticity or rigidity modulus of elasticity. It is denoted by letter G. So coming to the last discussion, theory class, we have studied two types of modulus of elasticity, and one more that is left because of some confusion whether this is included in the new syllabus or not. My dear students, for competitive you have to study. So as we studied Young's modulus of elasticity, that is longitudinal stress. Longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain means when we have a wire which is stretched by some amount, let us say L, total length is L, by means of weights added to this. Just I am writing in a short way. We have learned this. So we have Young's modulus of elasticity is force by area divided by small l by capital L. Or we have written F into L divided by A into L. This is one what we have studied. Second one was bulk modulus of elasticity. There, when a force is applied on a body, due to compression, the shape and size of the body gets reduced. So that is, bulk modulus of elasticity is compressional stress, or we say hydraulic stress. Hydraulic stress to the hydraulic strain. This is, we have studied, my dear students, that is pressure divided by delta V by V, where pressure is force by area, and we have written with minus sign, essential, that is P divided by minus delta V by V. And I explained why this is minus and this means when compressed because of increase in pressure. As pressure increases, volume decreases, hence the negative sign. Suppose if the body is relaxed, if the compressional forces are removed, what happens now? Volume increases. Volume increases, pressure decreases. Because of that inverse relation, we write with negative sign. This is what we have studied. Now question is, shear modulus of elasticity, this commonly, my dear students, exists in liquids and in solids only, because they have definite shape. They have definite shape means solids have definite shape, but liquid take the shape as that of container. And this does not exist, do not exist in gaseous media. Reason is, gaseous media do not have shape. Why does this rigidity modulus of elasticity does not exist in gaseous media? Because gaseous media do not have well-defined shape. They have volume. They don't have shape. Wherever you get some definite shape of the fluids, you will have shear modulus of elasticity or rigidity modulus of elasticity. To understand this, again, the definition, what it says is shearing stress to the shearing strain. And let us understand what this means. First one, this is second one, and third one. Shear modulus of elasticity is defined as a ratio of all the three definitions we have: stress by strain. Stress by strain. But especially I told in the beginning, depending on the type or style of force you apply, there is a different kinds of stress and different kinds of strain, corresponding strains. We have studied these two. Depending on the force, how you are applying, there is a certain kind of stress and strain. Hence, we have shear modulus of elasticity. So, to understand this, let us have this diagram. You take a column of shaped cylinder to understand easily. At the bottom, let us say it is fixed now. It is fixed support. So ground, it is fixed. Now if I apply some force, shearing force, it should be a tangent to the surface. Sometimes we call this as tangential or shearing. Force with which it creates some stress, we call that as tangential or shearing stress, which is nothing but force by area. Tangential force applied per unit area or shearing force applied per unit area is called shearing stress. What happens to this shape, my dear students? This bottom surface is fixed, it won't shake at all, it becomes fixed, whereas the upper surface is somewhat displaced. This is, I am writing new position. After applying this force, the upper part somewhat it gets displaced. Let us say it is displaced by an amount x, which will subtend an angle theta with respect to some vertical height. In vertical height, it is solving bend agate. It is by small amount. Theta is by small amount, but this theta is known as shearing strain. As we have studied, strain is a ratio of same physical quantity which is defined as the horizontal displacement to the vertical height. Again, meter cancels, theta, meter cancels. This strain has no unit. Definition of shearing strain is the ratio of horizontal displacement to the vertical height caused because of stress. Ratio of horizontal displacement to the vertical height caused due to shearing stress is called shearing strain. So last, my dear students, substitute this and you will get the one formula, that is force by area divided by theta, force by area. This theta is what? X divided by h. Again, denominator has no SI unit. Force by area, that is same as that of stress, which is expressed in terms of Newton per meter square, or it is written as Pascal pressure, force by area. And finally, I told dimension formula for G or N, it is nothing but force by area. That is, as we have written, force by area and force, mass into acceleration, force divided by area, L power T. Denominator has no dimensions. Therefore, dimension formula for this is m power 1, I am writing here, L power minus 1. Okay, and last discussion of the chapter is somewhat what we call as elastomers. This is left unknowingly, my dear students. You could have observed a rubber. Just by applying a small force, it can be extended very easily. But we cannot observe in case of other materials. Can you stretch easily this tester? No. Large strain produced in a body because of a small stress. Large strain produced due to a small stress are called as material. Elastomers are the materials. You can say substances. Elastomers are the substances which can produce large amount of strain. A large amount of strain is produced. Substances in which, you can take clearly, substances in which large amount of strain is produced due to a small stress are called elastomers. Best examples are aorta tissues. ರಕ್ತನಾಳಗಳು, aorta tissues in human body, in a body of living cells or living organisms, you can say organisms, and rubber. In 1 mark they may ask you, give an example for elastomer. Example, aorta tissues in a body of living organisms. Rubber. Okay. And for these elastomers, Hooke's law is invalid. Or we say they do not obey Hooke's law. Means stress is not directly proportional to strain. Stress is not proportional to strain. So my dear students, with this we complete mechanical properties of solids, and in the next coming classes we shall get into mechanical properties of fluids. Thank you. Take care.